Good morning, good morning. Here we are, day 2 of our Aroma Boost 5-day challenge. How are you doing today? I'm gonna grab my yummy hot tea over here, my vanilla hot tea, and just give you a few moments to settle in, to get everything organized. Headphones, computers, iPhones, smartphones. How are you doing today? I'm actually doing I'm doing better. I always need to never wear earrings. The power of Aroma Boost, the power of Aroma Freedom to me, is the intentionality and the strategic use of the therapeutic grade essential oils to optimize my brain. And so this week's Aroma Boost is all about, and it's an immediate call to action. What do you need to get done? What are you avoiding? Is there an area in your life you're just stuck, you're procrastinating? That's what this 5-day challenge is, setting in motion a new habit loop. So, author Charles Duhigg, I think that's how you say his last name, the author of The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business, writes about the habit loop. This process within our brain is a 3-step loop. First, there is a cue, a trigger. We talk a lot about triggers in Aroma Freedom. First, there is a cue, a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and which habit to use. Then there is the routine, which can be physical or mental or emotional. Finally, there's a reward. Boy, don't we love that part. Which helps your brain figure out if this particular loop is worth remembering for the future, the habit loop. So we have a trigger that tells our brain to go into automatic mode, a routine, which can be physical, mental, or emotional, and then we have the reward, which helps our brain figure out if this particular loop is worth remembering the future. He writes, this is the real power of habit. The insight that your habits are what you choose them to be. So powerful. We typically move through our lives half awake, maybe a third awake at times. And God wants us to live a fully awake life, a life where we are aware and we are alert and we are experiencing the beauty of the days that we are given. And none of us know how many days that we're given. And so what we're trying to accomplish in our work here in Aroma Freedom is being intentional, strategic, so that the habit loops in our life are healthy habit loops. Very, very important. So how did you do yesterday with your Aroma Boost intention, your strategic intention? I want to hear from you. Let me put chat on. I forgot to put chat on. There we go. Move that over here. So I want to read just a little paragraph out of Aroma Freedom Technique, Dr. Perkus's book that describes in full the power of this technique framework. The technique described in this book was first developed by Dr. Perkus, he's writing about his work, as a method to help people regain emotional balance after they had undergone stressful events and were still bothered by them. When we experience an upsetting, fearful, or very intense event, we may be bothered afterwards by the memory of the event and can't seem to regain our composure, even though we try to put it out of our minds. So many clients that come, and believe me, I'm always talking from a personal stance as well. But I have so many clients that come and they're like, I just put it out of my mind. I just put it out. I just put it away. I'm like, well, we can't really do that. We don't have that capacity. So when I had people focus on the various components of the memory complex, which is what we work around, 4 stages of the memory complex, the 4 steps, stages, whatever you want to call them, the loop. When I had people focus on the various components of the memory complex, namely the image, the feeling, the bodily sensation, and the negative thoughts, and then smell specific essential oils, the image seemed to break apart or recede into the distance, fade away, and not seem so intense or upsetting. That's what we're doing here. A breakthrough came, I love this part, when I discovered that if I asked a person a set of questions in a specific order, they could stumble upon memories that were linked to their current problems, even though they may never have associated these memories with the current situation. This is the crux of Aroma Freedom technique. This is the jewel. This is the power. By asking a set of strategic questions in a specific order, you and me will stumble across memories that are linked to our current problem, even though we would have never associated the two. This is because the amygdala, that almond-shaped little organ inside of your body, and the hippocampus, part of the brain, part of the limbic system, link together memories based on common feeling rather than any cognitive context, so feeling based. Although this method seems simple, Dr. Perkus built upon the work of many pioneers in the field of psychology, including Genlin's focusing, Carl Jung's active imagination, Aaron Beck's cognitive psychology, Freud's memory regression, Fritz Perls' Gestalt processes, Francine Shapiro's eye movement desensitization reprocessing, which is EMDR. And of course, there are many others, too numerous to mention. When I learned about Dr. Gary Young's rediscovery of essential oil use for emotional clearing, which he found, Dr. Young, the founder of Young Living Oils, he found the link for using essential oils with emotional clearing by studying the practices of ancient Egyptians. Dr. Perkus recognized a missing piece that would allow these processes to work more quickly and deeply due to the fact that the amygdala responds instantaneously to the sense of smell. Wow, so powerful. So a little bit of psychology, biology, before we do our boost. So the Aroma Boost, once again, is an emotional health tool within the AFT framework that strategically targets an immediate need or action. I like to say it is the productivity, it is the leadership aspect tool of the AFT. Is there an area in your life that procrastination is keeping you from completing the task? Are you overwhelmed? Are you frustrated? Are you confused? Are you stuck? Living with intention, putting in a positive, healthy habit loop within our brain's operating system is the life-changing, game-changing practice that we can implement in our lives today. Setting strategic intentions at the beginning of a day, the beginning of a week, at the beginning of a month, at the beginning of a year, helps you actually accomplish more and ultimately feel so much better about yourself. We don't want to live a half-awake life. Our 5-day challenge is designed to help you move through 5 days with newfound intentionality and purpose, and we're going to create a new intention every day if you like. It's up to you. So I want you to identify the situation. Here we go. Make sure you have your MRB, your memory release blend. That would be stress away, lavender, and frankincense, a drop of each. I want you to identify a situation, current situation, an immediate current situation in your life in which you feel stuck or unproductive, or you're procrastinating, you're avoiding, you're resisting, loathing. Now, it can be the same as yesterday. You can work on the same one every single day this week. That is up to you. I am doing that, and I'll share mine at the end. I am working on the same one every day. This is my intentionality week, my productivity set a new habit loop in life week. So here we go. You should have your current situation in the forefront of your mind. It's a picture, a clear picture. You can visualize it and you see it. So I want you to name the feeling. Find one word that describes how you feel when you picture the situation. Does it make you frustrated, sad, overwhelmed, anxious, angry, fearful, fidgety, bored? So find the one word that describes how you feel when you picture the situation, and then locate that feeling in your body. Where do you feel that feeling? In your head? In your jaw? In your neck? Your throat? Your solar plexus? Your chest? Your shoulders? Your hands? And then identify the negative thought connected to the feeling. You think you're going to change after all these years? You'll never change. Typically, this voice is a little harsh, a little oppressive, a little sarcastic. I don't have enough money. I can't do that. I'll never be as good as so-and-so. And once you have that negative thought that's connected to the feeling, I want you to grab your memory release blend and put a couple drops in your hand. One is sufficient. I always overdo, so. And swirl that around in the palms of your hands. And then bring your hands up to your nose, near your nose. It can be far away from your nose. It can be outside. Just anywhere in the vicinity where you can breathe it in. And I want you to breathe the oils into that picture, into that memory, into that vision. I want you to breathe into it. Close your eyes and connect to the feeling in your body and breathe into that picture. Inhale deeply while focusing on the situation, on the picture, on the circumstance. Breathe deeply and notice. What do you notice? Notice what happens to the picture of the situation. Notice how you feel in your body and in your mind. Notice. Notice. What did you notice? What did you notice about the situation, the picture of the situation, the circumstance, the picture in your mind? What did you notice about the feeling? And what did you notice, or do you notice, about the sensation in your body? Step 6 is to decide now, what is next? Now that something has shifted, we have 3 avenues on which paths we can go on. We're going to move on to the affirmation stage. If you've had a real shift, if you feel stronger, if you feel more calm, if you feel assured, you feel atta girl, I've got this. Yes, if you've experienced that affirming shift, we will move on. But maybe that feeling intensified, or maybe another picture came to mind with another negative feeling. So then we go back to step 1 and repeat step 1 through step 6. And I'm going to do that with you just in case there's someone who perhaps has experienced that. If you haven't, if you feel as though you shifted, just breathe and close your eyes and just enjoy being here in this moment of quiet. See if anything else unfolds, any new beliefs, any new mindsets. So identify the situation. If this is a new situation, or maybe the other situation intensified. Name the feeling. What is the feeling now? That one word feeling when you picture the situation, and where do you feel that in your body? Where do you feel that in your body? And identify the negative thought. What negative thought is connected to that feeling this time? And then if you want, you can put another drop of the memory release blend, swirl it around, close your eyes and connect. Connect to the feeling, connect to the sensation in your body, and breathe the oils into the picture. Breathe into the picture of the situation and connect to the feeling in your body. Breathe. Notice. Notice. Notice any shifts in the picture. It might get clearer. It might fade away. It might move far, far away. It might break apart. Just notice what happens to the feeling in your body. Notice the shifts. Notice. What did you notice? So hopefully you have shifted. If you haven't, then that invites you to take some time to move through the 12-step Aroma Freedom technique and see if you have more that needs to be cleared. I can help you with that, so just contact me. So we're going to move forward to step 7. Identify your next action step. This is the power of Aroma Boost. For the situation that had been previously overwhelming, had you stuck, procrastinating, avoiding, loathing, it's now feeling manageable. So what is the next step needed in the situation? Identify your next action step. What might that be? For me, it is keeping the TV off in the morning, not seeing morning shows, and utilizing that time and space to be productive, to get work done, to send things to people that I have promised I would send, to create remarkable resources for you. That's my next step. So today it is to complete one of the things on my checklist so that I can feel productive in my body. And I want you now in step 8 to picture yourself doing the step and name the positive feeling you will have when it's done. For me, it is satisfaction. I'm proud that I resisted watching morning shows because I love interview process. I love to see what new books or interviews are out there. I love television. I wanted to be a television broadcaster back in the day. So for me, that's a very big action step, actually. So picture yourself doing the step and name the positive feeling you will have when it's done. Happy, grateful, joyous, satisfied, content, proud. And where do you feel that positive feeling in your body? You can tell on my face, I am feeling satisfaction. I am feeling proud of myself, so I'm smiling. So find where you will feel that positive feeling. And for me, it's in my heart and my face, my smile. Where will you feel that? Maybe you'll feel it here, because when we're resisting something or when we're procrastinating, we tend to feel it in our neck and our shoulders. And then step 10, we're going to create an affirmation that integrates all of these elements. So the affirmation is very specific. I feel blank in my blank as I blank. I feel productive in my mind as I complete 2 tasks from my list today. You fill in the blanks according to your vision for what you want to accomplish today. I feel joy in my heart as I clean the bathroom. Remember, these are as simple or as complex as you desire. And then step 11, you find a power pose that expresses the energy of the statement. So you're going to stand up. I won't, because I'll lose you, but you're going to take a power pose. You're going to be Wonder Woman. You're going to be like, yes. However you feel strong, that just, it ignites power in your brain, and your brain goes, wow, this person, this girl is serious. She is serious about what she's saying. And your brain lights up. It's a proven fact. So find that power pose, grab your affirmation oil. I forgot to get mine today, but I use Believe. You can use any affirmation, any oil, actually. Clarity was one that I used a lot in the beginning of my practicing of AFT. Joy, any of the citrus oils are very affirming for your brain. Faith, you choose. And then say your affirmation while smelling the essential oil of your choice, and stand in your power pose. 3 things: stand, speak, and breathe. Love it. So let's do that. You have your oil, you're going to put that in, you're going to swirl it around your whole being, around your room, diffuse it. Stand in your power pose and speak your affirmation out loud. Sometimes it's powerful to look in a mirror, look at yourself, tell yourself, speak to yourself. Nurture your soul, nurture your brain, nurture yourself. I sometimes transform it into a prayer and directly just speak to God with it. So say your affirmation while smelling an essential oil and standing in your power pose. You're going to do that for about a minute. Speak it as long as you can until you feel it coming into your system, into your body, into your being. So good. So proud of you. So you're going to repeat this affirmation in the power pose 1 hour after today's session to make sure you are still on track. And I don't have my phone right here, but speak it into the voice recorder on your phone, send yourself a text message, set an alarm throughout the day to remind you, to interrupt the busyness that will probably come into your life. Set that alarm so you go, oh, I need to stop, I need to breathe, I need to speak my intention and stand in my pose. This part is critical. Very, very, very critical in the process of empowering and optimizing your brain. There you go. You've been blessed and boosted on day 2 of your Aroma Boost 5-day challenge. Sorry about that. So I'll meet you over on our private Facebook page and answer any questions you have. I'll be there checking in all day. I have clients and life things going on, but I will check in and answer any questions that you have and drop any tidbits that I think might be helpful throughout the day. So be blessed, be boosted. See you tomorrow.